of everyone, and yes, that is the sunrise. I made a deal with that guy yesterday that we did find the campsite finally, and I made a deal that if he wakes me up, he can have the rest of my extra water. So it's probably about 5 o'clock, the sun is coming up, and I'm dressed and awake and just about ready to go. This is pretty insane. I'm not sure I was counting on being woken up at 4:30, but if that's what it takes, then okay. I didn't sleep at all last night, though I was not counting on the mosquitoes. But I did have my first experience of full-on cowboy camping, and it was pretty cool. Every time I woke up and looked up at the sky, there was just like stars everywhere. Only trouble is I couldn't keep my eyes open to look at them. Also couldn't sleep because of the mosquitoes buzzing around my head. There was one that just like turned round and round and round my head. And yeah, look at that. The sun is just coming up as we speak. This is really, really cool. Have to wait for it to come up a little bit higher though, because I can't actually see anything, so I can't hike in this. So I will see you again soon. So we're climbing out from the night camp, headed out. We've gone about 2 kilometers, and along the way here there are landmines. You don't want to get off the road. We are just about to climb that. This is crazy. We just climbed up from way down there, and I don't know for sure. I just hope we're not climbing all the way up there, but I have a bad feeling. Anyways, we're gonna take a break. We did it, I think. We made it to the top-ish. Yeehaw! Well, in all of that, we found some shade. Well, Guy just left. He's the guy I met yesterday on the trail. He kind of caught up with me. I actually saw him sitting on the side of a mountain, like way up there. And I wasn't quite sure if that was a person or if it was some kind of a man-made structure or something. And then afterwards he caught up with me a little while later and said he had some really great pictures of me walking down in the canyon below. And so he's offered to send me the pictures. Thanks, Guy. Awesome. And then we walked the rest of the day together, and up till now today, and he's going home. So he left to go down and make his way to the highway where he's gonna catch a bus to go home. And I'm gonna continue along the way, and thanks to him, I will hopefully succeed in making this my longest day so far, at 21 kilometers. And wow, I can definitely feel it in my knees already. And I wouldn't have been able to make it without him. So great big thanks to you, Guy, for everything. And gonna sit here for a little while, take a break, eat some lunch. Then I'm gonna head up to the highway. And I'm not sure if I'm gonna go to the campsite first and then hitchhike to the gas station for some extra water, or if I'm going to just hitchhike to the gas station and then make it back to the campsite. I'll decide when I get up to the highway, I think. But for now, I'm just going to take a little break, relax, eat something, get my energy back up, and then continue later. Well, I lost my lunch spot to hordes of school children. So I had a good break there, not as long as I would have liked, but it was decent. And I'm actually not far from where I'm supposed to stay the night. So fortunately, some of the kids from last night are going to hitchhike into the gas station. They offered to bring me some water, which was really nice, because then I don't have to do it myself. Well, thanks to Guy, I made it my longest, almost to the end, pretty much to the end of my longest day so far, 21 kilometers. I finally found the place where the night camp is supposed to be, but it's not a real night camp. And only 2 of the guys were going to stay here, and they've hitched into the gas station to get some water, and I can't see them anywhere. I don't really want to go all the way into where I think the night camp is, because it all looks rather sketchy actually. But I'm I'm sitting here just contemplating my options, and I have no signal, so I can't call trail angels. I will try to get that in a moment. So I was contemplating going in to check out the night camp site a little while back, and a very nice army guy stopped to see if everything was okay. And I told him everything was okay. I was waiting for a couple of other Shvilistim, and I was going to decide if I was going to sleep here or in Dimona. And so then on his way back out, he just stopped just now, and he can't take anybody in the army vehicle, but he took my number, and he's going to give me a call when he gets back home. He lives in Dimona, so if I need a lift or if I need anything, I guess if I have any trouble, he'll give me a call and I can tell him, if I need any help. So that was so very sweet. And I need to get back closer to the highway because I don't have any signal here. So without any signal, I can't actually call. I can't get the trail angels list, and I can't actually call any of the trail angels. So as much as I would really love to sit and rest here at this observation point, I don't think that's going to happen right now. And I guess it's an observation point to look at all kinds of things. There's plants and animals here, and then there's the mountains of Jordan over on the other side there that you can see. But for some reason it's very strange here. The area where they say the night camp is, like the area sort of leading up to it, is kind of looks like it's just been recently bulldozed. And the information I have is that they're planning to put in an official night camp there, but it's not there as of now. But you are allowed to camp out there. I don't know, just doesn't feel right today. And looking at the section for tomorrow, it just looks really tough. And I like I said, having just done my longest day, I just need to be smart about this and responsible. So I think I may just go into Dimona and then start the following day. Maybe camp out at Metzudat Koach. No, Metzudat Koach was in the north. Nahal Tamar tomorrow night, so that I can leave first thing the following day. I don't know. I have to contemplate this and see if I can get a trail angel, and yeah, so we'll see. So a cop just stopped to see if everything was all right, because I'm sitting alone on the roadside. I kind of told myself if those 2 other hikers are back by 4, then that would be good, because then I could just explain to them that I'm sorry, I'm actually going to go into Dimona, because I did ask them to bring me some water. So I feel really bad now about that, but I can't really wait any longer. I don't have signal here, and I have to deal with getting into Dimona, so I'm gonna have to really gonna have to tramp it soon. Wow, I just looked up and there's an amazing sunset just over there behind those trees and cars and things, but of course, like usual, the selfie cam does not do it justice. And yeah. Well, anyways, I hitchhiked into Dimona, and right now I'm trying to find a place to stay with a trail angel. Not having much luck, so not actually sure what to do. I don't know Dimona at all. I hope that there's like a hotel or something where I could stay as a backup plan. But right now I'm just waiting to hear back from a couple of people I texted, and hopefully I'll find a place to stay. Well, I found a place to stay, but the lady isn't home. So until she gets home, I figured it would be a good idea for me to get on the hunt for something to eat, and then find my way towards her place. So just doing that right now, trying to find a place to eat something. And not sure. I don't know, it feels so strange in a strange city. I've never been to Dimona before. But I'm sure there's something. I passed a couple of falafel places. Somehow I don't feel like falafel today, but maybe that might just be the best option. Oh my goodness, it feels so good to put my feet up. I just finally made it to the Trail Angel's place, and today's segment was 21 kilometers, but between the other walking I've done in terms of trying to find something to eat and the Trail Angel's place, yeah, I've definitely done a good deal more than 21 kilometers. Probably, I'm gonna say 23, which is pretty good, like really good. Still, the section for tomorrow was, even though it's just 10 kilometers, I've learned not to trust a short distance. So the fact that it's just 10 kilometers means it's probably very difficult. Either that or the next section after it is very difficult, and I think it's a little bit of both. I looked at the topographical profile, and it's probably about the same amount of climbing as we did today. Oh, maybe not quite, but still a lot of climbing in only 10 kilometers, and my knees are really not liking me for today. And I hiked yesterday. Although I didn't do the full day, I did maybe a half of the Shvil, and then plus the time that I had to walk because I couldn't get a lift. So I did probably more than half the Shvil yesterday, and I did the whole Shvil today. So, just learning what my body needs. It needs some rest now. And plus, I was going to tramp into Dimona today anyways, or tomorrow, after the 10 kilometers to resupply. And if the 10 kilometers are really as bad as they look, if I got up at 4:30 like I did this morning, I could probably do it in time and get there and stuff, but I just don't want to do that to my knees. So here I am. They have a lovely little cabin, I guess, in their backyard, and it's got a shower and bathroom, and so I'm going to take a shower, and then I'm going to go meet with the family and chat with them and get to know them a little bit. But before I forget, I just wanted to mention one thing that relates to sort of the the taking a break and all these issues that I've had with the trail. So yesterday I had two Shvilistim tell me point blank that I basically picked one of the hardest trails in the world. I don't know how many trails in the world they've hiked, but based on what I've experienced over these last few weeks, I don't disagree with them, even though I haven't really hiked much else. But just the conditions, it really is tough. But some of those views, like even today and stuff, they're not views that you're gonna see if you're just driving around or taking a tour bus through Israel. So it definitely has its own rewards, but it's not easy, that's for sure. So I had a shower and had a bit of a chat with the trail angels, and I'm really tired. This waking up at 4:30 in the morning after getting no sleep in the desert thing is really hard on me. It was my first experience of actually cowboy camping, so that was kind of cool. And every time I'd wake up and look up, it would just stars all above me. It was really amazing. I just couldn't keep my eyes open to take it in. But yeah, and then I made that deal with one of the hikers to wake me up. So he did, and I need to make more of those deals, I think. Otherwise, let's see. So I walked from Amiaz night camp, which was not the one that I showed you. That's the main Amiaz. Yes, Amiaz night camp. That I showed you that didn't have any privacy. There's an Amiaz West camp that's smaller than that one, much smaller. Also doesn't have any privacy. But that's where my water cache was, and I found my water. I found all the other hikers, and we had a really nice camp out together, and yeah, it was really nice. And then this morning, so the young guys took off, and us old guys, me and guy who was 35. So we took off probably about 15 or 20 minutes after the young guys, but they were long gone, which was fine because we wanted to sort of enjoy the walk and the views and the scenery as much as we could. So it was really nice. He was really helpful. He's kind of like my hiking coach now, but unfortunately he's gone home. So that sort of leaves me trying to figure out how to go about the remaining sections in the desert, because I still really don't want to do them alone. But at this point, there's actually more likely going to be people along the Shvil. The only trouble is that a lot of them, again, are young guys who are just kind of pushing through. And I really need to find somebody to hike with who's going to be suitable as a hiking companion for me. So I'm kind of, again, disappointed about missing out on tomorrow's section, because it's supposed to be, from what I can tell, a really beautiful section with waterfalls and pools and things. And there were pools that the other guys swam in today too, and that was kind of a choice I had to make, because I was in a pretty good situation at the end thanks to Guy and the breaks that we took and so on. So I could have probably gone and enjoyed those pools, but I just preferred to get to the night camp and to figure out what I was going to do with tonight and tomorrow. And it was a good thing too, actually, because if I had gone and stopped at the pools, it would have taken me much longer than you ever anticipate. It always takes longer than you anticipate. And then the remaining portion to get to the highway and the night camp, there was actually a fairly steep climb still to the highway, and just really glad that I had the time to do that rather than being rushed after swimming in the pools. So yeah, the pools would have been lovely, but there will be more, I hope. I really hope. Especially after I'm missing tomorrow's section. So it is what it is, but I've already learned, as I've said many times, that I have to be good to my body. I have to listen to my body, and I have to make the choices that I have to make for me that will enable me to meet my main goals about this journey. So, which ideally I would have loved to have shown you those sections. I really, sorry, 4:30 in the morning. I really would have loved to have shown you the pools and the waterfalls and all that and all the beautiful stuff. Not with the current time that I have. Just wasn't gonna work. So the next 4 days are all sort of, I think, 15 to 20 kilometer days, which, based on what I've done in the past, is long, and to do 4 days in a row, that's gonna be pretty harsh. Oh, right, I'm back in hitchhiking territory. That's the other thing I wanted to tell you. So back to where people are more considerate, I guess, of hitchhikers and concerned. There was this soldier and the police officer who all stopped to see that I was okay, and they were like, we check people if we see people are alone out, we want to check that everything's okay. That's what the police officer said. So everything was okay, and everything ended up okay. Was a little bit scary there at one point where I couldn't reach a trail angel, but I finally got through to this lovely family. Everything's good. The fellow who picked me up was going home to Beersheba after work, and we had a really nice conversation. His English wasn't super great, and my Hebrew wasn't super great, but somehow we communicated, and it was just really nice to chat. And oh, and the other thing, there was so many school groups over at the place where the pools were that came in. That was another reason why I'm really glad I didn't go to the pools, because that just would have been craziness. But they were all so interested, and they were all like, trying to wish me luck for what I'm doing and thanking me for what I'm doing. And their teachers were asking me about, are you a Shvilist too? And so it was just really nice to see that interest and to see kids appreciating what we're doing, doing the Shvil. So that was really, really super great. And that's, I guess, about it. I need to get myself organized and I get to bed. So, Laila Tov.